General Motors president of North America is among the top automaking executives there to show off some of the hottest new cars. Mark Royce is on the inside track this morning. Mark, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, Eric.
I know General Motors has 5 redesigned, redeveloped, refreshed cars at the auto show. I'm sure you're very excited about them. But I would like to begin our conversation talking about the car that your investors are really concerned about, that being the Chevy Volt. As you know, GM's numbers for the month of March came out yesterday, and the Volt had a record month, right? 2,300 cars sold. But that still leaves it so far short of your boss, Dan Akerson's goal, 45,000 Volts a year. What's a more reasonable target for Volt sales in 2012?
Well, honestly, you know, we went through a pretty tough period with the car in terms of you know, the launch of the car itself, and then some of the investigations that went on throughout the whole life cycle here in the January December timeframe here. So you know, we know we don't have any problems with the car. We've addressed all of the the customers. We've done all of the things that we know how to do to make this the very most, one of the very most, if not the safest car on the road. So you're seeing customers come back into the showrooms because of that. We've got a month-to-month build here built into the plan. So, you know, we'll see how it goes. But the take rate here, I was in a dealership on Friday here over in Metro Detroit, not on the West Coast, and you know, the dealer did 24 cars, and he said we can't get enough of them. So what's happening is the dealers that are selling them really well are doing a great job for us. So the car is now becoming well known. People are beginning to understand how the car works, and you know, we'll just see how it goes. We're matching production with demand. We'll continue to do that, not unlike anything else in our portfolio. So we're taking it a day at a time, and you know, I own one. My family drives one, and you know, I put maybe 8 gallons of gas in it for about 7,500 miles over a year. So it's a terrific car, and I love driving it.
Mark, how about Cadillac? Cadillac had a bit of a disappointing month in March, really dragged down GM's results. Some might say that it was the reason GM perhaps didn't meet some of those analyst expectations for March sales. What do you attribute the 13.4% decline in total sales to?
Well, if you split this out and look at retail and fleet, our fleet sales, by design, we have caps that we have designed into our commercial and daily rental fleets, and so we don't want to violate those caps. The reason is if we begin selling into fleets in high volume, particularly in Cadillac, we dilute the residual values long term. So if you look at that, our fleet sales were different by about 89 to 90% year over year. So we've dramatically taken our fleet out. Our CTS had one of the best months ever here. It was up, you know, double digits here on a percentage basis, and so was SRX, our crossover. Escalade, even with the gas prices, that was up over 4%. So, you know, each one of these things on a retail basis, Cadillac did an excellent job. We launched the new XTS and the ATS, which are high volume products, high profit products for Cadillac here this summer. And so as we move into the launch period here, you know, we're going to sell the heck out of CTS and SRX and Escalade as the core products at Cadillac on a retail basis, and that's what we did this last month. We're not going to chase total volume and dilute our residuals over the long term, and so that's the strategy there.
Okay, so I want to dig into that a little bit more. You're facing a lot of competition right now. BMW, Audi, for example, Daimler with the Mercedes brand, very aggressive these days. They're all battling it out for the largest share of the U.S. luxury car market. Are you saying that the pricing of these new models and your existing models is not going to be additionally competitive as a result of the aggressiveness of those car manufacturers, and as a result, you'll be willing to settle for a lower market share to keep your prices up?
Well, I'm not sure that settling for a lower market share and keeping the prices up is what I said. It's a retail fleet discussion is what I just discussed. On a average transaction price basis, those makers are spending between $700 and $1,000 more per car to get that share. And so as we launch our great products on XTS and ATS, landmark products on infotainment and human interface with the Q system, and then ride dynamics and size that no one else has in market, our products will command the market share first. And so that's what I'm saying. And we're not going to chase over a cliff some sort of leadership thing that happened last year at the end of the year, for instance, with those makers where they're outspending each other just to say that they're the leading luxury car make. That's not our strategy long term. Our long term strategy is to build the Cadillac brand with excellent products and excellent value, and that's what we're keeping to.